So you are a foreigner, and find none other than the man himself standing there. This is a bit surreal, considering I've followed Excel's play for about as long as I've been into StarCraft. Luckily, his nonchalant manner disarms my surprise. I think we play in the next round. I'm Mac, a Terran. He misses a beat before regaining his smile, likely surprised that I understood and then answered him. Yeah, I saw you won your game, not bad. Foreigners are an uncommon sight at all-out attack. Are you a pro gamer? What team are you on? I don't know if you could call me a pro gamer at this point, and I don't have a team. Trying to find one though. I do my best not to look too hopeful, though Excel's blank expression is hard to read either way. He pauses to scratch his cheek before responding. Don't go too high up, you'll knock your wig off. And yeah, I don't think saying that kind of thing to these people is a good idea. Just want to point that out. Well, good luck. And don't expect another easy match. You too. I mean, thanks. You fucked up. Oh god, kill me. At least he laughed. My stress from before is mostly gone. If I lose, big deal. I'm expected to lose. If I win, I beat Excel. I'm still chewing over which cheese to do before I finally decide just to play standard. Okay. Cheese is rushing your opponent down. It's trying to kill him as quickly as possible. Some people really don't like you doing that. But standard is just playing normally. It's just, you know, scouting to see what he's building and then trying to counter that and back and forth and back and forth. I shouldn't squander the rare chance to practice against a top player. He and I banter back and forth in the pre-game lobby for a bit before the game gets underway. I still can't imagine Koreans saying the word banter. It's still really weird. I didn't exactly throw my lead, but I did get seriously outplayed. Fantasizing about how a victory would have felt doesn't help me keep my mind off the loss. Knowing that I did my best only helps me so much. But not a moment later, Excel turns the corner with a smile and raised eyebrows. Hey, good game. You're actually not bad. I assumed you were here for fun or something. You came over to my computer. You saw I was in Grandmaster League. I was here for fun? Really? You'd think as a Bronze League player I'd be here, would you? Ugh, you disgust me. What the fuck what the hell is that going through your hair? Have you stretched one of those things which come on like cans of Coke all the way over your head? Oh, thanks. I am here for fun though. You play really well. I'm surprised most foreigners don't hit timings like that. Good vision control too, and your scouting was top notch. Yeah, vision control is just what you can see on the map. You're really not in the team? Are you at least staying at a team house? Oh, are you studying abroad? Nothing like that. I'm staying by myself in an apartment by the VSL studios. So you came to Korea alone and on your own dime, and you're not just visiting? Yes? I do my best not to seem awkward about my answer, but any reason to worry disappears when Axel smiles. It takes some serious guts to move out here like that. Oh, all of the cliches. All of them! My word. I can't think of a single person who's made it out here on their own. That's really harsh. A few nearby competitors watch our conversation. It's probably not often that Excel gives his attention to a random nobody he crushes early in a bracket. I've got some time before my next game. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. Oh, sure. With a nod, let's see if there's anyone I recognise in this. God, who do I even still recognise from... Who do I even still, like, remember from StarCraft scene? It's honestly been so long since I sort of was hanging around in it and playing. Badly, admittedly. I did play StarCraft 2 quite a lot at one point, but I was never any good. Innovation, I guess. Oh, well, you know what, I'll just tell you if I recognise any of them. With a nod, Excel leads me from the PAC area to the back of the cafe. We pass a number of known players on the way there, most lounging around no differently than the cafe's other patrons. Maybe they aren't that different. I guess even professionals like to kick back with the tangle of the calls and rush of caffeine every now and then. Of course they do! Why would you think otherwise? You just think that, like, as soon as you're professional in StarCraft 2, they just sit there cackling maniacally? Like, whatever. Games shouldn't be business all the time. Although I'd bet that KPG executives disagree. Excel comes to a stop away from the constant tapping of keyboards. He then plops himself into a seat against the wall and invites me to join him with a wave of his hand. As I take my seat, I look up to find someone I recognise at his side. Jett, a Zerg and former SLL... Really? There was another female professional gamer who was that good who I hadn't heard of? Really? Are you sure? Aha, so I get it. The reason I didn't recognise Excel is because he doesn't exist. The reason I don't recognise Jett is because she doesn't exist. I didn't think it was weird, like that I'd never heard of her. She won StarCraft's 2 very first grand final back in the beta. A year ago, she might have been the game's most famous player. Her flippant and inflammatory antics have made her a somewhat more controversial figure. She rarely GGs and isn't afraid to talk trash on stage. Okay, so GG, you say it at the end of game. Basically, it just means good game. Normally you're supposed to say it if you lost. As in just saying, hey, you played well, better than me. Basically, that's what it means. Okay, awesome, good, we got it. And trash talk, come on, talk trash, you all know what that means. And there she is, just sitting there. It's all I can do not to stare. A smile plays on her lips when she glances past me to Excel. Excel, seriously, stop promising my autograph as a reward for beating you. Hilarious, she can't understand you, by the way. Who are you up against next round? Some Zerg dishwasher on LHT slash, I hate ZVZ. I have to say ZVZ. I would normally say Z vs Z, but in the context of StarCraft, that makes little sense. There are 3 races in StarCraft: Protoss, Terran, and Zerg. ZVZ is Zerg versus Zerg. There, awesome. Jett rolls her, and it's really boring. It's really, I don't know who watches ZVZ. Fucking masochists, right? Jett rolls her eyes back at me. After a brief appraisal, she lifts her chin and speaks a single word. Name? What? Oh, I'm Mac, a Terran. I'm on... Oh, well, I'm teamless. Jett shifts her gaze back to Axel as if to ask, why did you bring this noob back here? But before she can actually say anything, Excel comes to my defense with an easy smile. It's good we have the power of mind reading, otherwise that could have turned awkward. Hey, call it with the judgment until you've seen her play. Plus, everything you ever hear of a foreigner that came out here alone just for StarCraft? My girl right here did it. You have to admit that's brave. My girl right here. That has got to be sexist in some way. If that endorsement wasn't convincing enough, he offers one of her classic grins for good measure. The response seems to satisfy her for now. And now she's just mildly less angry. Great. While I try to keep from showing anything to contradict Excel's assessment, Jett aims her attention back at me. Didn't see your name on the list of the people we made it past the VSL qualifier. How'd you place? I lost my second to last match. The qualifier before that, I dropped out in the final game of the last series. 2 attempts without making it, huh? Hard to tell much from that. Mainly depends on the bracket you had. How do you live out here with no team? Do you stream or something? I used to stream, but, well, I don't anymore. Jett raises her eyebrow, waiting for me to elaborate until I look away. Without missing a beat, she moves on to the next question. So your parents pay for everything? No, I'm here on my summer job earnings and a little bit extra from my grandparents. How lucky, I never got any handouts. Yeah, but you were successful. Why would you need... Whatever. Whatever. This isn't going very well. Still, Excel looks as collected as ever, watching with a smile as the interrogation continues. Did you play Brood War? Not really. I mean, I had a copy as a kid, but I wasn't good. Had to cheat to even finish the campaign. Oh my god, don't say that! Why did you just say that? They're gonna judge you even harder now. God damn it. I couldn't even finish the campaign. I'd barely even played strategy and I managed to finish the campaign on hard. It's pretty goddamn easy. Oh, then you were a little bit worse than Jett. Jett scowls silently at the jab. It's true that the 2 years she spent playing Brood War were almost unremarkable. Then this is your first try at professional gaming. When I nod, she gives me a hard look. Why are you out here? What do you mean? I'm sure you're aware of your chances. It's been more than 5 years since a foreign pro gamer accomplished anything noteworthy in Korea. Hey, 5 years? It wasn't that long. Fuck you. Oh, if we're playing with make-believe characters, then they have their own set of rules. I know what she's getting at, but it's not like I have a particularly great or unique answer. I scratch behind my head and look away. I mean, why else? I want to become better at StarCraft. Everyone knows that Korea is the place to do that. And why is that? Well... What? What just happened there? We didn't get a chance to read that. What did that say? Because the best players around here also have studied the language now for a while. Oh, no, I'm asking you why you want to become better. To beat people like you, for destiny, for hope, and all those other bullshit reasons people come up with but don't actually mean. Money. Let's just go with money. Oh, it feels like she's forcibly extracting the truth from me. All the same, I can't leave her expression unanswered. I do my best to avoid showing the embarrassment I feel in my honest response, because I want to be a champion and have money. Or at least show I can compete at that level. Everyone who plays this game wants that, don't they? You're right about one thing. Every idiot makes it to Grandmaster and takes a map off a good player and thinks they're pro-gamer material. A champion, huh? Sheesh. She clicks her tongue and sighs, but she doesn't seem displeased. Well, at least any more so than usual. I wouldn't have got much ground to stand on if I disagreed with her. Jett is one of the few who has accomplished what the rest of us dream about. Don't be so harsh. Her style is solid and she stood toe-to-toe with me for a while, with enough time she could compete. What do you think? Why don't you practice with her for a bit? I could. Little harm in giving her a chance. What? Yeah. Hang on a minute. I'm as surprised as you are, but probably not for the same reason. She was scowling and hating us like seconds ago. This just happened. Whatever. Oh, wait. Back up. What just happened? Did she say practice and did she say yes? Excel answers her with a pleased expression. Jett takes a moment to stretch out before again crossing her arms across her chest. Stop staring and say something, Mac. The sound of my name wakes me from my stunned silence. I jolt upright on offer a flurry of nods. Sorry, I say yes. I definitely say yes. Jett and Excel watch me in silence until I lower myself back into my seat. It takes some determination to come out here alone. Let's see if it translates to wins, eh? With the thumbs up, it's settled. I have somehow found myself with one of the best practice partners in the world. I really hope this isn't just the novelty of playing with some random foreigner. Excel, it's about time to get back to all-out attack. Wouldn't want you being DQ'd if we'll be matching in the semis. Well, I mean, surely they'd call us. We're literally in the internet cafe. They'd just be like, okay, Excel, bad. He did not arrive to his seat on time and is like 10 meters away. Can you be certain that I didn't lose to Mac already? What if this was my way of saving face? Funny, have you lost to a foreigner even once? Wow, well, you never know who's playing on a barcode account. Okay, barcode account, Jesus. You're seeing how much of a proper nerd I am just by knowing all of these things. So, occasionally you get like, you can see someone's name always, who you're playing against. But if a certain player doesn't want to know or wants to deliberately conceal their identity, they'll just essentially copy and paste what looks like a barcode in instead of their real name. So they wouldn't be called Orange or Dog, for example. They'd just be called Barcode. Well, they have the barcode sign. Okay, awesome. You sure you don't want a pot split? Final offer. Collude with you? Not a chance. What about you, Mac? Gonna stick around? A PC bang with the bustle of a tournament isn't a great training environment. The bracket will probably take a few hours to work through too. No, I'm gonna head home. Got a lot of practicing to do tonight. Leaving already? Well, hey, it was good to meet you. You're not gonna stick around with the world's best players and fucking watch them. You're just gonna leave. Sure, whatever. Be a golden zone fire tomorrow morning and we'll find out if you're overhyped. Will do. I rise and offer them each a nod and thanks before heading back towards the PC area. The last thing I see is a vague smile from Jett as she leans over and whispers something to Excel. That looked more sinister, but whatever. I squeeze my way through the growing crowd and manage to make it through the doorway leading outside. When I hit the street, I'm met with a cool breeze and a rush of voices, sound and light. This is it, a shot, one final shot to make it happen. Final? I'm not sure about that. I think your final shot was when you got on the plane, but whatever. One last chance to live the life I want. I quicken my pace, eager for the comfort of a dark room and a bright monitor. Do we practice for several hours and kill ourselves slowly? It's a very nice place we're living in. I'm surprised it's so cheap. This is the day that everything changes. Why are we ascending into the air? No. That was the introduction, I presume. Right. True to her word, Jett sent me a reminder to get over to Golden Zone Fire for some morning practice. How? Did we get her number last night? God. We're pretty crafty if we did. Jesus.